Reproductivity. Cave dweller. Reproductivity. Life. Purpose of. Is what? Boston Massacre. Cave dweller. The biggest attack on U.S. soil since 2 months ago when armed gunmen entered a grade school, which was the biggest attack on American soil since the other time that grade school got shot down. And the time before that was 9/11. Cave dweller, I want to know, does everybody live in a bubble that they don't think they're going to die? You could die at any second. The world has always been this dangerous. No more, no less. You're always going to die from something, cave dweller. You will always die from something. You just don't want that something to be an explosion where you bleed to death. And that hasn't been around all the time. Before that, crazy people were doing it with knives, running amok with knives, a sword, and a jockstrap, sometimes known as a codpiece. I have some illustrations of those joys. You lobsters! You bloody backs! Fire if you dare! Backed up against the custom house, the British soldiers had no way of escaping their tormentors. They begged people to stand back and tried to ward off the pushing, yelling crowd by pricking them with their bayonets. But it did little good. There was a sharp crack of wood on metal as the sticks of the assailants hit the British musket barrels. A few townspeople approached to assure the soldiers that no harm would come to them, and a few tried to get the crowd to go home quietly, but things had gone too far. Suddenly, flame flashed from the British guns and shots rang out. 5 Bostonians fell, dead, or mortally wounded. The crowd drew back in fright and rushed forward again to help the injured. What had been a dangerous quarrel had in a moment flared into an ugly tragedy. For the first time, British soldiers had deliberately fired on American civilians and had killed them. Every bell in town was clanging wildly, and the British drums thundered in the night, beating the call to arms for the military garrison. More citizens thronged into the streets. From every direction they came, running. The cry for vengeance echoed and re-echoed. Massacre! Murder! The words flashed through the crowd. This day, the affair is known as the Boston Massacre. The colonists never forgot the massacre or the British soldiers' part in it. Those rat bastards just standing there and insult them, and they just stand there, and then they kill us. Those rats. It's garbage. When you're a soldier, that's just wrong. They should have let the colonists beat them to death. But I digress. My point, cave dweller, is that, but then your stool. Hey, what are the... A quick check with the X-ray vision, and I become king of the frame. Exquisite scapulae. Baby, be mine.
Don't look now. You're being objectified. Skrauss!
Oops. I think they recognized me. This disguise sucks. A monogrammed fetish suit? Who sold me this?
Don't look now. You're being objectified.
Oops.